Vice President Kamala Harris just issued the following press release after Donald Trump gave a completely deranged speech in West Palm Beach. Here's what Vice President Kamala Harris is saying, and I like that she and her team are going on the offense, calling him out. And notice the words they're using too, calling him weird, creepy, and strange. Here's the latest press release. Statement on Trump's strange speech at Turning Point USA. Harris for President spokesperson James Singer released the following statement after Donald Trump's remarks to Turning Point USA. Tonight, Donald Trump couldn't pronounce words, insulted the faith of Jewish and Catholic Americans, lied about the election again, lied about other stuff, bragged about repealing Roe, proposed cutting billions in education funding, announced he would appoint more extremist judges, revealed he planned to fill a second Trump term with more criminals like himself, attacked lawful voting, went on and on and on, and generally sounded like someone you wouldn't want to sit near at a restaurant, let alone be president of the United States. America can do better than the bitter, bizarre, and backward-looking delusions of criminal Donald Trump. Vice President Kamala Harris offers a vision for America's future focused on freedom, opportunity, and security. I would say that was pitch perfect right there. Jamie Harrison, the chair of the DNC, says the following about Donald Trump. These are the crazed ramblings from the dictator on day one. He's trying to fix it so you won't have to vote again. Do you like your freedom? You sure as hell better be ready to protect it, get registered, and vote. And what he's referring to is Donald Trump, during his speech in Florida, said that in 4 years, if you were to elect him now, you're never going to have to vote again. He said to the Catholics, we're going to fix this thing, he says, so there'll be no longer any voting in the future. He's saying it in his own words. So I'm going to play this clip for you so you can hear it for yourself. Play it.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
As Peter Henline, a Republican and DeSantis supporter, even says, Donald Trump tells Christians they won't have to vote in 4 years if they elect him. He says it multiple times. Do you think this is a good message? Because I think it's monumentally stupid at so many levels. It's like donating directly to Kamala again. Donald Trump actually donated to Kamala before. Here's what he says, what Peter goes. The GOP nominee giving speeches at a Turning Point USA event saying Kamala, who is married to a Jewish guy, doesn't like Jewish people, isn't going to cut it. It just isn't. Here, play this clip.
She doesn't like Jewish people. She doesn't like Israel. That's the way it is. And that's the way it's always going to be. She's not going to change.
And you see those clips. I want to compare it, though, to what some of these Democratic governors have been saying recently. Here is Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota. It's where Donald Trump spoke this weekend. Let me show you this. Let's play it. Or speaking this weekend. Play this clip.
These are weird people on the other side. They want to take books away. They want to be in your exam room. That's what it comes down to. And don't, get sugarcoating this. These are weird ideas. Listen to them speak. Listen to how they talk about things. Listen to how your previous guests were right. Like you said, they've told them that they shouldn't talk about race. They can't help it. It is built into their DNA because there is no plan. There's no healthcare plan. There's no healthcare plan. There's nothing to do on this. They want to take away our alliances and leave Russia to do whatever they want. Look, they are bad on foreign policy. They are bad on the environment. They certainly have no healthcare plan. And they keep talking about the middle class that, as I said, a robber baron real estate guy and a venture capitalist trying to tell us they understand who we are. They don't know who we are.
Let me show you Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro. Here, play this clip.
Now, gang, you could not have a clearer contrast in this race. You could not have a clearer contrast between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And let me tell you something. He's pretty afraid. Y'all see, he's backing out of the debate now. He's afraid to stand toe-to-toe with our vice president. And you know why that is? It's not just because she's a skilled debater. It's not just because she's got the right positions on the issues that matter most to the good people of Pennsylvania and this country. It's because he can't run away from his record any longer. Think about it. 4 years as president. Guy stacks the NLRB with a bunch of corporate folks who have tried to rip away your rights every step of the way. We can't go back to that, and he can't defend that.
Here is Democratic Governor from Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. Play this clip.
But I want to give you the opportunity to respond to those attacks tonight from Donald Trump, who is calling the vice president a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country.
Look, that's all they've got is name calling. You know, we're talking about a woman who's going to stand up for women's reproductive rights, who has had a long history of standing up for workers' rights and voting rights and civil rights. And Donald Trump, of course, believes in none of those things and is on the attack against just average, everyday working people across the United States. So I think the contrast is clear. They're going to throw invectives. We're going to talk about the issues.
By the way, you take a look at the net favorables among suburban women in the most recent Harris X poll. Kamala is plus 6%. Donald Trump is negative 23%. Here is Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Let's play it.
I mean, even before we had J.D. Vance, we know that the policies that they're pushing, the policies that are coming out of Project 2025 are nothing but attacks on women. As someone who is childless, I absolutely resent, all of the rhetoric that we're getting out of J.D. Vance. But what the American people need to think about is the very first big step that a nominee has to take, the very first big decision that they have to make is who their running mate will be. And the fact that Trump chose J.D. Vance tells you everything about his decision-making abilities that you need to know. He does not make good decisions. J.D. Vance is a disaster for Trump. That is exactly why they're hemorrhaging and they're panicking right now. You know, I think that Trump decided that he just wanted someone who would pledge their fealty to him and say, hey, if it comes down to certifying the election, even if you lost, I'm going to do what Mike Pence didn't do, which is why I have to give Mike Pence credit, because when it came down to preserving who we are as Americans, it didn't become partisan. He absolutely put the United States over policies and rhetoric.
Here is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Let's play it.
Donald Trump and his campaign have suggested that he may not follow through with the debate in September that had been scheduled to be with President Biden. Now, of course, would be the vice president, assuming she does wrap up the nomination as expected. What do you make of that?
It's extraordinary. Tough talk is this guy's calling card. And now there's this extraordinary show of weakness. He agreed to, he said anytime, any place. But more than that, he agreed to this specific debate on this specific network on this specific date. And now he's pulling out. And of course, it shows that he's afraid. It shows that he knows if the two of them are on a stage together, it's not going to end well for him.
And again, I like that these Democrats out there calling Donald Trump out. I want to show you this. This just goes to show you, I think, the contrast here. The first video I want to show you is a video we prepared showing Donald Trump's cognitive decline. Let me show you this. And then I want to show you a video we prepared about Vice President Kamala Harris's recent speech. First, Trump's cognitive decline. Let's play it. Here's the video we prepared on Vice President Kamala Harris. Let's play it.
Donald Trump wants to take our country backward, but we are not going back. We are not going back.
Tear gas was used to remove peaceful protesters from Lafayette Park.
The president setting up this photo op for himself, dispersing peaceful protesters. He's holding up a Bible.
This is a mass grave being dug for coronavirus victims at New York City's Potter's Field.
They were peaceful people. These were great people. The love in the air, I've never seen anything like it.
A group on one side and you had a group on the other. Very fine people on both sides.
You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy.
I was able to terminate Roe v. Wade.
We are not going back.
Tell me what you think in the comments below. But like that these Democrats are going on the offense right now. It's good stuff to watch. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.